Hi guys, I'm Andy and welcome back to Backpacking UK. If hiking, backpacking and wild camping are your thing, please hit that subscribe button because that's what this channel's all about. We've come to Bakewell in the Peak District to take on the Monsal Trail. It's about just under 9 miles each way and we plan to get a real move on, complete it as quick as we can, find somewhere to wild camp and then walk back in the morning. So this is a map of the Monsal Trail. We're going to start in Bakewell, go straight up, meet the trail here and work our way right across into Wydale and then work our way back to find a camp spot. So me and Mark come up to the Peak District on the motorbikes, so we've still got all our gear. I've got a backpack, Mark's got a massive holdall that he's got to lug around for best part of 18 miles, but he'll be all right. So this is my bike, a 2017 Triumph Street Triple 765. It's not exactly the best touring bike. It's brilliant on the windy B roads and absolutely rubbish on the motorways. This is a fully loaded backpack and then I'll just put my backpack on and off we go. So today I've bought my 3F UL Gear Lanshan 2 Pro tent, trekking pole tent, and Mark's trying out his brand new Terra Nova tent and his very fancy Nemo gear. So if you stick around, we'll give you a review of our new gear in the morning. So at the moment it's about 20 degrees, but it's really muggy. And tonight it's going to be lows of about 15, so it's going to be pretty warm. I've got my 2-season sleeping bag. Mark's got his 4-season winter down sleeping bag, so this could be interesting. First tunnel of the day. This is Headstone Tunnel. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Never walked through a tunnel before. In Headstone Tunnel. It's so nice and cold in here. I think I might wild camp in it. So that's Headstone Tunnel. That was got to be 400 metres long. Well impressed with that. Right, so we just decided to do a little detour. We're just going to go up Monsal Head. So, Bagger Peak in the Peak District. God, it's lovely round here. And in there is the Monsal Dale Viaduct, which we'll be going over shortly. Certainly being tested today. First, Hassab. And now Stables Bar, Monsal Head. I'm absolutely gagging for a bit. Okay. So here we are on Monsal Dale Viaduct and the views are amazing. Here we are, Crestbrook Tunnel. Here is Crestbrook Tunnel. Spooky tunnels these are. Oh, it's so nice and cold day. Here we go, take a look at this. Lovely little valley. So nice. You'd never be able to see this if it wasn't for the Monsal Trail. Here we go again, Litten Tunnel. Right, so outside of Litten Tunnel, you've got Litten Mill. Here we have it, 7 miles later. We've got the lime kilns. Right, let's have a look inside. Oh, yeah, turn my light on. Whoa. Look at this. I would not fancy working in here all day long. Little rest here. This is at the top of the lime kiln. To be honest, quite fancy pitching up camp here. It's about 9 o'clock. There's absolutely nobody here. using his Sawyer squeeze. This is me using a select choice of descriptive words to basically state that we've completely messed our timings up, traffic made late, and now we're going to be pitching up in the dark. It is steep. Go through the jungle. Biggest leaves I've ever seen. It's like being at a botanical garden. So I made it to the end of the Monsal Trail. Well, certainly the end of the interesting bits anyway. We came back the riverway, which is really nice actually. Nice little way there. Bit of a shortcut as well. It's really nice. So now we've picked up a couple of potential wild camping spots. We're hoping one of them's going to do, because it's, was it 20 past, half past 9, Mark?
Yeah, half 9.
Half 9. So you probably got about a quarter of an hour to get to our pitch and to pitch up before it gets dark. So wish us luck. Right, this is our setup. Mark's just set up there, and I've just set up here. It is 10 to 11, so when I say pitch up late, I don't actually mean this late, but I'm just about to start tucking into chicken tikka with rice.
I'd say we're not doing it properly.
Soto Windmaster stove is going, and the thermostat kickset combo nearly done. Mark's got his jetball flash. He's just about to tuck into his meal too. Morning guys, it's 5 AM. We made it through the night. Oh, it's lovely around here. The birds started singing at 4. Guess who forgot to bring their earplugs? Not a great night's sleep at all last night. But yeah, it was lucked in with this spot. It's really nice. We were just so unlucky because in the background up there, I think there's a campsite, and you could just hear like a big group of women, like obviously having a good time, like laughing and joking, and that till 2 in the morning. Oh God, so I've had virtually no sleep. But fair play to them, that's what it's all about, isn't it? So where we've camped, the Monsal Trail is literally just beneath us. There's like a little ridge line that runs round here and down. Just gave us a little bit of shelter. It's my Lanshan 2 Pro tent and Mark's Terra Nova tent. It's a really nice little secluded spot, no wind whatsoever last night. So before we do anything this morning, I'm going to try out one of these. So it's got like a built-in dripper in it, and it's basically coffee in a bag. It's apparently supposed to be really nice, so let's give it a go. Right, let's get brewing. Just using my thermostat cookset combo. Cool, what a place to have coffee. Look at all these lovely wild flowers. So this coffee is the Coffee Brewer, organic gourmet coffee from Colombia. Brew in the bag, medium strong, medium dark roast, 21 grams, should give me 2 cups. Oh, that smells divine. So it says leave it for 4 minutes for mild, 8 minutes for strong. Well, I'm leaving it for at least 8 minutes. How nice this little bit is here. So nice. Oh, right, now for the taste test. Oh yeah, yes. Oh. That's strong night. Quite thick, creamy coffee. Craft pack and a punch. That's lovely. Beer mug.
Oh, it's a beautiful night.
This was last night's beer of choice. Goose Island Midway Session IPA, about 4.1%. Sunk a few of these. It's lovely, it's really nice. And if it's a little bit warm, it doesn't matter, it still tastes great. Right, porridge time. Right, this one is a special fuel porridge with added protein. So hopefully it will help my legs a little bit from yesterday. I'm feeling a little bit weary today. Looks like it's got some proper oats in there. Proper little chunks of chocolate. Not that I need that first thing in the morning, but it smells nice anyway. Gotta say, just like the Jetboil products, this Soto Windmaster stove, God, I tell you what, it does enough boil water quickly. It's so fast. Tell you what, I'm impressed with that Lanshan 2 Pro tent. It's just enormous. It is huge. That is a proper two-person tent, that is. It's not 1+, that's a two-person tent. It's massive. And bearing in mind, it was, guys, pretty much dark when we were pitching up last night. I tell you, it was easy to pitch too. I was really surprised. That's always put me off with trekking pole tents, but now I've owned one and now I've pitched one, especially in difficult conditions like that, I'll definitely recommend it. The only problem that I had was condensation this morning. It's absolutely covered in condensation, but in fairness to the tent, I don't think any tent could withstand the conditions that we're currently in. Like, the grass was damp, it was hot and humid, you know, it'd been raining off and on. You know, I don't think there's any tent out there that you're going to wake up and it's going to be condensation free. But talking about condensation, if you're only ever like camping away for one night, I wouldn't worry too much about it. You know, if you have to pack away your tent and it's a bit damp, it's not the end of the world. You just got to dry it out thoroughly when you return. But if you're interested in that Lanshan 2 Pro tent or any of these other items, I'll stick all the links in the description. So let's see what this fuel porridge tastes like. I've got to say, it just smells like hot chocolate. It's really nice. That's not too bad. Again, similar to a coffee, it's actually quite creamy. Bearing in mind you're just putting water in, you know, not milk. I've definitely got a slug problem this morning. Okay, this is my tent. 3F UL Gear Lanshan 2 Pro. Didn't pitch it too badly considering it was pretty much dark when we pitched up last night. It didn't flap about at all, but there wasn't much wind last night. That's the tent, and this is how I've got it set up. Just got some of my cooking gear, rubbish bag, and inside what I've got is my OEX Fathom EV200. This is like a 2-season summer sleeping bag. Got my Antor Supply Co sleeping mat, about 35 quid, 500 grams. Absolute bargain. Trekology pillow. I've got my backpack and all my stuff there, but as you can see, there is loads of room in this tent. Absolutely loads of room. It's a proper two-person tent with 2 doors. It's got a couple of vents, a couple of lantern hooks as well. But the only thing is sort of condensation. But again, it's not really a fair test today because conditions are just so humid and it's a bit wet too. And this is Mark's Terra Nova Pioneer 2. It's a two-person tent with 2 doors and 2 vestibules. Mark says it just really isn't. It's a one-person tent, or decent sized one-person tent. But sometimes a lot of these companies will try and say they're 2-person. I don't know why, because they're just not. But it's a lovely tent. It's like a, reminds me of my Hilleberg Solo. This is Mark's new Nemo pad and his new Nemo down sleeping bag. But it's a really nice tent. I love it. And they say it's three to 4 seasons. but I think it's definitely 4-season tent. It's got solid sort of mesh all the way up to the top, and the fly goes right down to the bottom. It's got like DAC poles. It's really nice design, really nice design. I think it'd be good in the wind as well. So I'll put the link in the description for this so you can take a look. That's it guys, leave no trace. Apart from a bit of flattened grass, will spring up in just a few days time. Rain's just starting to settle in now. Better get a shifty on. Just in case. So you've been frame moment, I've got 250 quid coming my way. Hey. So just starting our walk back. It is about 7 o'clock. Still very early, but feels surprisingly alright, bearing in mind I haven't had any sleep. I don't think Mark's had any, bless him. But he had a insulated sleeping mat and a 4-season sleeping bag, so it's hot. But yeah, it's good. You got to test these things out, haven't you? But it's got some really nice gear there. So the plan is get a proper stomp on, get a real hike on, back to Bakewell, and have some more Bakewell talk. I thought yesterday was a bit spooky. This morning's really spooky. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so dark, so misty. Back into the light. God, it's like a scene out of Jurassic Park. Look at that. Whoa. Top food tip for you. That summit to eat chicken tikka with rice was absolutely lovely last night. So nice. Smelled good, tasted good, and had a really nice texture as well. It's by far the best dehydrated meal I've ever had. Right, we're coming to the end of our trip. Been quite nice. Coming to the Peak District for a change. We mostly head to Snowdonia in the Lake District. The weather's been really good to us. A bit drizzly this morning. But to be honest, the worst bit was the just mugginess yesterday. A bit sticky and horrible. All the gear we used was really good. Didn't let us down at all. But the best part of this trip was the Bakewell tarts. So, quick review of the Monsal Trail. It's flat as a pancake. If you're into hills and mountains, definitely not the one for you. I did do Monsal Head. That's literally like a little walk up from Monsal Dale. But if you're thinking about getting into hiking and you want to increase your mileage, the Monsal Trail's really good. If you're into your railways, your tunnels, your mills and your kilns, you can't beat the Monsal Trail because it is packed full of those. That's it, that's our bikes, that's our trip done. Off we go, back home. So if you haven't before, get out there, get camping, and hopefully see you out soon. Cheers.